Good morning, all. Miracle Rising. Happy Friday. Happy Friday before Memorial Day weekend. I hope everybody has a great Memorial Day weekend. Golly, Candace's interview with Hunter Biden was really good. It was really good. It was genuine. It was transparent. It was authentic. It was real. It was refreshing. People get so scared about talking about things like that. It's all so much a part of our reality. Everybody has things within their lifespan. They have, whether it be addiction, some form of abuse, issues within their family, issues within whatever. And we've been so trained to be ashamed of it, instead of just own it. Recognize that is a part of you. Those seasons are a part of you, whether it's a season of addiction, a season of abuse, a season of a victim mentality, a season of lack of accountability. We could just, a season of betrayal, a season of chasing the wrong thing. And that can fit in so many different areas. Chasing the status quo. Chasing a bag, right? Everybody talks about getting that bag. And so it was just really refreshing. I didn't know much about the story of him, truthfully. Of course, I knew about the laptop. Who doesn't know about that? But I didn't really follow it terribly too much. I recognized around that time frame when Biden was in that some things were off, things weren't making sense, but it wasn't quite clicking with me yet. And so throughout the last 5-6 years, things have just kind of started really clicking for me, of a true understanding of just how it's all so corrupt and deceptive in that sphere of things. And they go through similar things that we go through, whether it's the children or this and that, because they get consumed in the world that you are in. People lose sight of recognizing that the people you surround yourself with, if they're not aligned with you, it's going to take you down crappy paths, whether it's going to make you do things that you don't want to do, within you that it's wrong. But because you're surrounded by them, you adapt to your surroundings, your reality. I went through that as well. It's the desire to fit in. And so it was really refreshing. I have come to the realization that we're just so much in the exposure season. And I'm seeing a lot in reference to what has transpired with Thomas Massey. And I'm loving what I'm seeing in a lot of the areas of podcast and the free markets, and just recognizing it's not doom and gloom. It's understanding the process now. Okay, we've established how things are being ran. We've established it. In order for change, you need to recognize certain things, the good, the bad, and the ugly, in order for good change to come. You just do. That's in any arena. That's in any walk of your life. And you have to understand the part you play. We've all played the part of being naive. We've all played the part of not carrying our own thoughts and perceptions and recognizing things that we knew deep within our hearts and souls that something was off, but we wanted to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And it's just a part of it. It's a part of the walk. It's a part of ripping off the Band-Aids. It is. And it's very difficult. Believe me, I know. Very much so. However, once you get to the place in your walk where you can start recognizing these things within yourself, whether it's being naive, always wanting to see the best in the people when they show you consistently that they're not putting their best foot forward, And so you just have to learn to see these things within yourself so you can make change within your life, for your forward trajectory, for your legacy, for your family. Or you can keep turning a blind eye. So much of my story and my walk has been designed off the perceptions of other people. Perceptions they carry of me. Perceptions they carry because of so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. Perceptions they carry within themselves because they know what part they play in my story and they don't want it to get out. There's that venture of it too. And I hate that for them. I really do. Because it's not a good life. I don't understand. It's so hard for me to wrap my head around certain things because my mind has just never operated in that. So when your mind has never operated in something, it's hard for you to realize certain things within people. For example, the Epstein files, all of us are whiplashed with it in reference to the exposure in the files that have been released and how dirty and nasty they are. And that's not even half of it. That's like the PG of it, maybe even the G. And so our minds, or general public, can't even fathom those things. And so when you can't even wrap your head around the grossness of the actions of people within the files, and recognizing that there's people out there that do exist and do these things and they partake in these things, it's like a whiplash. It's like a whiplash, right? Even in the Charlie Kirk investigations of opening our eyes to the possibility, the very, very big possibility that all the people that were surrounded by him, the people that claimed to love him the most, were the ones working against him and met him at his demise. That's a really hard thing to wake up to, right? Because you're supposed to trust the people that you surround yourself with. You're supposed to trust your family. You're supposed to be able to trust your loved ones. You're supposed to be able to trust your community, your faithful community, your political community. We're all supposed to have the ability to trust these things. It's what's been ingrained in us, right? And so when you wake up to the fact that you cannot trust these people in different ways, it is very, very eye-opening. It's emotionally warping, really. Like I told my mom and my dad about the scenarios yesterday, and I told my son about it. I could tell when I told my son about it, he was a little tripped up about it. Just in my safety, Thankfully, when my son's in the car, there's still craziness with me on the road, but not to the magnitude when I'm in the car by myself. You know what I mean? And so, obviously, me sharing stories like that with him, because I generally don't. I could tell it bothered him. It bothered me too. Not in the fact of being scared, because I'm dang sure not scared. If anything, I'm polar opposite of scared. I have zero fear. Zero. By the grace of God, based off everything that I've walked through, I just don't. I know when it's my time to go on, it's my time to go on. And however I pass on is how I'm designed to pass on, whether that's being ran off the road, whether that's bullets in the neck, whatever the case may be. I don't worry about it. I'm just more concerned about the other people in my life, more concerned about the other people on the road. That is what concerns me. Just for people having issues with me, because I don't care what people say. I know people have a lot of issues with me. I see it, I feel it, I understand it. And I hate that part of it. I wish people would just tell me why they got a problem with me and we can get to the other side of it. But that's just not something these people want to do. Why don't they want to do that? Because they know they run on lies. They know I'll call them out immediately. And be like, no, that is not right. What you're saying is a lie, and let's get down to the truth. And that's the whole reason why we've landed where we're at today. Because they thought that I would cave. They thought this whole plan would work because they're here and